Hello everybody, this is Bangkok-Ian here. This is my video response to KITT171. It's 10 random video game questions. Videos of me going to work every day. Makes a change from looking at my ugly mug. Okay, let's see. Question number 1. What 2 games would you like to see a crossover of? I would like to see a crossover of Dead Space and Dark Souls. Love the Dead Space games, love the Dark Souls games. So a Dead Space game with the Dark Soul mechanics would be fantastic. It could use the guns like Bloodborne does. The guns are more a shield type, defensive counter-attack thing, and the weapons would all be melee weapons, and you'd have to salvage them from components you find on this planet or spaceship or whatever. It makes sense because Isaac Clarke, the protagonist of Dead Space, is an engineer, so he could make his own weapons, and having big boss battles with those what's it called, necrophages or something like that, the aliens in Dead Space anyway. Having battles with those where you have to dismember all the limbs to defeat them would be absolutely brilliant. I would love for that to happen. Probably won't though, because Dead Space 3 didn't sell that well, I believe, so I think the series has been rested right now. Anyway, question 2. What series or game did you try to get into but couldn't? For me, I'd have to say wrestling games. I'm getting on a bit now at 48, and I sort of missed out on all the WWF, WWE things. When I was growing up, wrestling was on ITV on a Saturday afternoon with Big Daddy and giant haystacks, and I can't really see a game being made of those, and so I missed out on all that, all the American wrestling style games, because we didn't have them when I was a kid. I tried to get into a couple of the wrestling games, but I just don't like the mechanics of them, and I don't really know the background or the characters, and if you don't know that, there's not much point in playing them. Although to be honest, I don't really like fighting games that much either, but I especially don't like wrestling games. I tried, just couldn't get into them. Okay, what do you prefer, local, co-op or online? Definitely local split screen co-op. Definitely. Very rarely play online co-op. Local is by far the best, because I've got my son David and me, we play loads of games split screen co-op. If a game comes out that's even got only average reviews but still got split screen co-op, I'll still buy it just for the split screen. I mean, last week I got him what's it called, One Piece Warriors on Steam. It's a bit like a Dynasty Warriors type game, but it's set in the One Piece anime universe that he loves, and again, that's split screen co-op, and it's a really good game. We spent a couple of hours playing on that. It's a really good game, and I said pretty much every split screen game I generally get, and I'm pretty pleased that there's quite a few good split screen games coming out this year. I think Black Ops 3, I think the co-op, or I'm not sure it's co-op, but there is some content, quite a lot of content that's split screen, and Star Wars Battlefront 3 has got split screen as well, but I think they're only on the console, not on the PC versions. So I'm definitely getting the console versions of Black Ops 3 and Battlefield 3. But I am a bit pissed off that Halo 5 is coming out this year. It's not got split screen co-op campaign. It's every other Halo game has had it. And I'll still get Halo 5 because I love the series, but I love playing it a second time with the kid. And for them not to have split screen co-op just goes against all the Halo games so far. Oh well. Let's see, what's the next question? Question 4. What defunct developer do you wish was still around? Pretty much every developer that Electronic Arts bought and then destroyed. Bullfrog, who made Magic Carpet and Dungeon Keeper series, Origin, who did the Wing Commander and Strike Commander series, and what else? oh, Westwood as well. They also bought and destroyed Westwood as well. Dune 2, Command and Conquer, Kyrandia Games. All AAA developers ruined by EA. Of those, was it 3 I mentioned? I do miss Bullfrog because I love Magic Carpet and I love Dungeon Keeper. Yeah, there's been remakes of Dungeon Keeper, War of the Overworld and Dungeons 2, but the original Bullfrog was awesome. Awesome developer. Flood, for example, was great. Question 5. Your favourite handheld overall? That's an easy one for me. It has to be the original Game Boy. It came out, what, in the late 80s? I got an import from Japan, yeah I did, yeah. Because I was working overseas at the time, and laptops in the late 80s, early 90s, they were way too expensive and really bulky, so I couldn't afford one, and I didn't have enough room in my bag anyway to bring it over to the rigs in Africa. Let's see, the Game Boy, I loved it because it had fantastic battery life. Just uses AA batteries and you've got hours and hours of play through that, and it had a fantastic selection of games. The launch games, Tetris, Mario, and that Batman game came out soon afterwards. Countless hours I spent playing them, and then you started to get all those great role-playing games, and you got the Metroid 2 coming out on it. I used the original Game Boy. That tidied me over for years. I remember playing Link's Awakening on it, and that took me weeks and weeks to finish, and it's still up there with the best Zelda games ever released. It really is. It's far better than pretty much any other handheld, because great games and just as important, battery life, you know? To get like 20 hours out of a console, a handheld console, that's what you want. I remember getting Game Gear that took 6 AA batteries and the battery life was 3-4 hours. Bollocks. Anyway, yeah, original handheld Game Boy is the best. What are we up to now? Question 6. What game did you take a random chance on and ended up really liking? I'd have to choose probably a game that not many people have heard of. It's called Concept. And I got it. I've only seen it once, and it was on PlayStation 2. And it's a bit of a strange game, but it's a really, really good game. It's a mix between Magic the Gathering and Monopoly. I know it sounds weird, but once you start playing it, it's an amazing game. It's really easy to pick up and play, but the more you play it, the deeper it gets, and it's multiplayer. So it's a turn-based game, so you take your turn and then the person you're playing with takes their turn, and it's really, really good. I believe there's been more Concept games since the PlayStation 2 version, but I don't think any of them have come over and been localized out of Japanese, so I wish they'd remake it or do another one on PlayStation 3 or Xbox One. But let's see what happens. Where are we now? Question 7. If you had to go into combat with a game character, who would it be and why? Well, to quote Simon Miller of the Miller Report, one of my favourite YouTube series, I'd have to choose Marcus Phoenix, a real man on a real game about a real war with real guns. And of course, if I was ever injured, all he has to do would tap me on the head and I'd recover. So yeah, that's an easy one, Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War. Where are we now? Number 8. What game have you most regretted trading away with a friend? I would have to say it wouldn't be a game, it'd be a system. It'd be the original Xbox console. Mainly because since this YouTube gaming thing came about, I've been watching a lot of Woodlin, aka Carl, and he's been doing a lot of streaming on this. It's not MAME, it's a coin-op thing. And I've been watching his streams and I've been drooling because he's got so many classic arcade games there, and it's not just the games, it's the way they're presented. They've all got like track modes and it's really accessible, and I'm going, fucking hell, I wish I had that. So yeah, I'm really pissed off that I got rid of my Xbox, because I've been downloading that and getting onto my original Xbox right now, but don't have it, and I've never seen an Xbox for sale over here in ages, you know. So yeah, it's not a game. It's the, well, I suppose it is. It's the Coin-Op 5 game. Yes, that's it. The Coin-Op 5 on the Xbox. I never had it, but I'm just drooling over that. Let's see. Question 9. Favorite game marketing slogan? Oh, I just can't think of a marketing slogan. Games aren't really marketed over here, so I don't really know that one. I know what the worst one is though. Better with KITT. Has there ever been a worse slogan than better with KITT? I don't think so, because that's simply untrue. And the final question, number 10, what is it? Let's see, recommend a great game. I'd have to say Tearaway. It's a really, really good platformer. It was originally out on the PlayStation Vita a couple of years ago, and it's by the people who made Little Big Planet, but this is by far the best thing they've ever done. Yeah, Media Molecule, the developer is. It didn't sell very well, but it had so many great ideas in that game. It used every aspect of the Vita, and it's being released on the PlayStation 4 soon, and I would bet that it uses every single feature of the PlayStation 4 as well. It's a brilliant game, best game on the Vita, still is, and I'm going to buy it again when it comes out on the PlayStation 4, I think next week. So if you do yourself a favour, get Tearaway on the PlayStation 4 if you've not already got it on the Vita, or again, like I'm doing, buy it twice. Anyway, that's all the questions there. I've really enjoyed doing this. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my journey to work. Okay, cheers.